Good morning, everyone. It's Angie. How's everybody doing today? Hope I find everyone in good spirits and good mood and happy, starting out their Sunday morning. I have come on to do day 5 of my 31 days of Christmas journal makes, and I am starting to accumulate a little bit of scraps from the last few days. So I got to fussy cutting, and I came up with some really cute, adorable ephemera pieces that I think you guys would really enjoy. Okay. If you have a die cut, that works really great. You can just die cut your elements, decorate them, and use them for ephemera. But a lot of the pieces that I wanted to use, or at least that I thought to use, I don't have die cuts for. So I made my own. I just did some doodling, some drawing, some rough drawing sketches, and I cut them out, made myself some templates, and I made my own ephemera. So here's one here. I just made a little Santa hat. I just mixed some pattern paper, cut it out, put a little ball on the top for the fluffy bits, and for the crown of the head, where usually you've got the little furry part, I just used some faux snow and layered it. And if you can see that, it doesn't take up a whole lot of, maybe 1/8 of an inch. But you can build it up as high as you want. I kind of stacked and layered. It's a little messy working with faux snow because it's got a lot of static electricity in it, so it gets everywhere, but I thought that was just adorable. So that's my little Santa hat. Then I made a pair of mittens. Look at that, guys. Isn't that cute? Again, I just did some sketching of a couple mittens, cut them out, layered them with some paper. I trimmed the top where usually sometimes there's a little fur around the wrist area. I put a piece of lace, adorned it with a little shiny element, and tied the two together with a piece of Christmas twine. Okay, so those are the two that I made, and I did some more cutting just to save a little bit of time for video's sake, but I thought we'd try and do a couple together. Okay, here's a piece of scrap paper that I had, and I've already used my template and traced around, and that's all I did. That's all I did. Okay, so I thought we would start there. We would cut those out, decorate them, and just give you guys an idea of what you can do. You know, you can still come up with some really cute, fun ideas if you don't have all the tools. I mean, just use your imagination. Like I said, I have some Christmas dies. But I thought, how cute would a pair of mittens be, or, you know, or this or that. So it's just whatever you think you want to do. Don't think that I can't do it. I can't do it. Because I am by far no artist. But these little elements that I have doodled are very simple. Look at that. It's kind of like an oval. I mean, it's not hard at all to do, guys. So get your pencils out, a little bit of fussy cutting, and this isn't fussy cutting, it's not real detailed cutting. Very easy, very simple. Get those scraps out and just have some fun. Okay, so there's one. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, I am just loving it. Not real intricate cuts, so I mean, I say it's a little bit of fussy cutting, but it's not hard fussy cutting. It's not real time-consuming fussy cutting. You know, those scraps I don't need to keep. And there we go. We've got ourselves a pair of mittens. Okay. Now on this one, I didn't worry about the back too much. I did layer it with a piece of paper just for camera, but if you're going to just put it on your journal page, you don't really have to worry about putting the back on, because I was thinking maybe just like letting them hang, you know, like that on a page. I thought that would be really cute. Something like that. Isn't that cute? Okay. So that was my thoughts. You really don't have to worry about doing anything with the back. But if you feel like you want to let them dangle, then you definitely want to make sure the back looks presentable as well. Okay. So I have, on these ones, I did put a little piece of vintage ribbon. And I used a white ribbon. This one I'll use a little piece of cream colored ribbon. And I just cut a couple pieces off. And then I'll cut them down to the size I need. And that's all I did. I mean, it's so easy. And if you don't want to use ribbon, you can use another piece of pattern paper. Layer another piece of pattern paper on there. You can use tulle. That's real Christmassy. That would look nice as well. And the way it works out with using this trim here that I've got, see the little decorative circles? All I did, which made it really easy for me, and I'll do that while I've got, before I secure that down, I didn't guess, maybe a piece about 6 inches or so. And then before I cut it off, I went through that hole. It's kind of unraveling on me a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna need a little assistance here and get my pokey tool. And I just pulled it through. That's what I did. I mean, you don't have to use the hole. I mean, you can just cut it off at the top and lay it over. But I just wanted that finished look on the with the ribbon on the top. Not a big deal though. Just totally up to you. Okay, it's kind of unraveling on me. So then I just did like that. Put a little dab of glue. Glued that down. Cut that folded piece off and wrap the little extra over the edge, like so. Give that a second to grab hold, and then I just trimmed off the, you don't have to waste, I wasted a lot, but it was kind of unraveling on me there, so that's why I wasted a little bit more than I probably should have. Okay, and there we go, just like that. Isn't that cute? And then just trim off the edges. Look at that. Okay, let's do the other one. Same way. And again, I'm just positioning that hole to sit right on the edge so I can pull my twine through. But that's definitely just my preference, but it's not necessary for this. Okay, again, I'm gonna pull this through. Figure out how long you want your string. And fold over and glue down. And it just takes a small piece of your little ribbon here, maybe a ½ inch. But then again, I have these mittens being rather small, and you can go larger. I mean, you can definitely go larger with your mittens if you want. Totally up to you. But I thought that was a good size for a little ephemera piece to decorate your journal page with. Okay, I think that's glued down. Let's trim off the edges. Just like that. Okay, then I went around with a little ink and I just used vintage photo. But again, color choice preference is completely up to you. Okay, and it's not going anywhere. Very cute. Look at that, guys. Okay, and then maybe, let me grab a, let's see what I got here. I've got a pearl. Of course, I only have one. Let's see. Excuse me for just a second, guys. And again, how you decorate it is completely up to you. I just have these little flat back pearls here, so I'm just going to grab one, put it on each, and there we go. Pair of cute little mittens. Isn't that adorable? Look at that. So there's the first set. Oops, get that out of the way. And there's the second set. Okay, then for the hat, again, I just made myself a template, and I just doodled. All you've got to do is just, depending on how big you want it to be, you know, figure out your size, you know. And just cut it out, and that's your template, okay? Totally up to you. So that's what I did there. And then I was like, you know how sometimes your hat, the top is just kind of flipped down? So I did another template with that, okay? So on that one, I cut out my pieces already, cut out my base, cut out my top piece for my little fuzzy brim and my little ball, okay? And those are my templates. So I thought we'd put one of those together. Again, let's ink that up. And like I said, how you decorate it is up to you, and the size as well. I just wanted some little small to medium pieces that we could decorate our pages with, not necessarily for anything else other than that than decoration. And this one I just did a fussy cut on a circle. If you have a small circle punch, again, you can use that. But I kind of like the idea of it not being exactly perfectly circular. Just adds to the cuteness of the project. Okay, so there's that. And then just to give you a different look, I just did some different patterns. I used my scrap pieces and just cut a piece out. And I thought we'd put that there. Okay. And like I said, I really like the effect and the look that the faux snow gives you. But like I said, it is a little messy. So just be prepared for that if you haven't worked with that before. And you can get, I'll show you just here, just a second. You can get a good sized bag that'll last you quite a while at the Dollar Tree store. Okay. I got a lot of glue on the back side there, so I'm just going to tap it to kind of get some of that glue off. And there we go. Isn't that cute? And what if, where's my bag? Oh, here's the bag that you get. Cut this one open. You get a good sized bag for $1. That's a lot. Okay, and look, see, it's already coming out. And but maybe let's just put some snow on this top ball here. And all I did for that is I just put a good sized layer of glue on the area that I wanted to put the snow. And I'm going to try not to make too much of a mess for you guys. And all I did was I just took my piece, and it's the only thing I can think of without trying to make too much of a mess, and I just stuck it in there and let it grab hold. Oh, see? Just like that. How about that? Then I let that dry, and then I put a second layer. Okay. But we'll just leave it with that for right now. That's enough, just so you guys can get a look as to how that looks. And see how it's still, you can still see, kind of see the red. So all I did was I just went back in with a little bit more glue. See, it's not quite dry yet. You know, I don't like to wait. And I came back in with, use these little pieces that have fallen out. And I would just dip it in the bag again. Isn't that cute? I think it's adorable. So we've got 2 pair of mittens, we've got a hat, and we've got a slouched hat there, and then there's my template. So then I got to thinking, let's do another one, okay? So I made me a template of a stocking. Again, the exact same way, cut it out, and you can see all my little scribbles there till I got it to the size and the shape, kind of, so to speak, as to what I want. And you can go either way when you cut it out and lay it on your project, okay? And then I just cut another piece depending on for the top, for my layering. Okay, so that's my template. And then it got me to thinking, let's do, since this one's a little bit of a bigger piece, let's make a tablet. Okay, I'm trying to put the glue on my lid on my glue. So all I did was I took 2 pieces of coffee dyed paper. And there's my other piece here. Okay, so I took 2 pieces of coffee dyed paper, folded it in half, and I used my template. And right here where the line is, I'm going to use this figure here. All I did was, rather than cutting out in the middle, overlay it on the edge just a sliver. So then when you cut it out, all your pieces are joined together. You know what I mean? So don't cut it all the way to the edge, just kind of right here and right there, so you don't cut it completely out. Okay, so that's all I did there. Okay, so then I've got there, and again, you can add as many pages as you'd like, but I thought that was plenty for a little journal spot. Okay, and then when you cut it out, since these are the pages, cut it to the inside of your traced line, so then when you put your cover on, you don't see the pages sticking out. Okay, so let's make our cover. And on this one, I thought it would be really cute to give it a nice vintage look, and I have let's use that one, just a vintage look of a cover. So then what we want to do is I want to cut out 2 of these. So what I'm going to do is lay those so that I can only cut it, so I only have to cut it once, is all I'm doing, okay? And I think I want my, let's see, yeah, we'll go this way. So again, I am just going to use my pencil, and I'm going to trace around. Oops, I need to come in a little bit from my cut, so I need to do that again. So I'm going to trace around the template. Now, since this is going to be the cover for my little notepad, I'm going to cut on the line, directly on the line, or even a little bit toward the outer side of the line, just to make sure it covers up my pages, if you know what I mean. Okay, so let's get our pages lined up really well. Try not to get those to slide on us. And we're just going to trim those out. And again, very, very easy cutting. I can't really see my lines too well. I think that's it right there. Go around. So just use your imagination, guys. Okay. And there we go. And I can see my little lines. Not that it shows too much, but you can just come back in with the eraser. Erase those marks, and there we go. Okay. So then you have to make a choice, and I kind of like, see, this is going to go down. My thought is this is going to go down on your journal page. That'll go down like that. Then you put this on top, so you want it just to stick out just a tad, and then this will be our top. Okay, just like that. So we need to glue this down. Let me grab my glue book in here. I haven't done this before, so I'm hoping this will work. And we will have to figure out how we're going to join the pages together. And I'm thinking just like a quick, simple, oops, it's moving on me. A quick, simple staple, one on each. And I'll show you what I mean there as soon as I get this down. Very good. Okay. Do the top cover, so we're just going to go over this top piece here. Don't move on me, please. And we're going to put that down just like that. How about that? Okay, very cute. I love it already. Now the first two pages are adhered, but that second page will fall out. Okay, so we need to just put a staple right there and right there, but we'll do that last. Let's get it decorated first, okay? Now for that, I thought, this is where our template for the little top piece comes in. And I thought even, you know how little stockings, how they have the little foot piece, I don't know what you call that, like for the heel and the toe. We could even do something like that, and for that we can bring in some Christmas paper. I don't know, I'm thinking something like, where's my template? Again, bring that in. I'm thinking maybe something like that. So just kind of figure out. Just cut that right out if I could see my lines. Right there. Just kind of do a curve to right there. And again, I'm just trying to use up some scrap pieces. I can't see my line too well. And there we go. We can trim it up if we need to when we're done. Okay, then we're going to do the same for the heel. So let's figure out where I want my heel to be. Live maybe like right about there. Let's turn that over so I could see my lines better. Okay, and then again, we're just going to do and then my line's going to go there and there. So I'm just going to do a curve. Like so. And like so. Okay, and let's glue those down. See how this is going to look. Oops, wrong piece. And this is going to go this way. Oh, let's put the glue on here. I think that would be better, wouldn't it? Okay. Line that up at the edge. How cute. I am loving it. Okay, do the same with this. And then figure out how we're gonna decorate the top. Whether we want to do faux snow, look like fur. If you wanna do another piece of pattern paper, you can do that. And then just let's take a look and make sure there's nothing sticking out from the other side too much. If we need to trim it just a little bit, we can. That looks pretty good. Look at that. Now if we wanted to, we can put this along the top. That's cute. Let's do that. At first I was thinking we could but I like that green. Green really pops. Okay, so let's cut that out. Take away those white edges. And glue that down. Okay. Didn't get quite the position I wanted, so let me try that again. There we go. And look at that, guys. Isn't that cute? Let's save that piece. Trim right there just a tad. And then I have this pretty ribbon. Oh, I have also, okay. Let's see. Okay. It might be a little bit large. Make that a little bit smaller. There we go. Look at that. Make this tail a little smaller then. A nice healthy amount of glue on there. Hold this ribbon down. And if you want to use some super glue, you may want to, I'm sorry, hot glue, you may want to do that. Totally up to you. It is going to take a minute to catch. If you wanted to go a step further, you could take a black or a white pencil or marker, and I do have one somewhere. Yeah. And do like stitching. Around, do a little faux stitching. Oops. Isn't that cute? that. Very cute. Okay. Then we need something else on there, don't we? Okay. But that's just to give you guys an idea, okay? What, just a little bit of scraps, a little bit of fussy cutting, and what kind of adorable, fun ephemera pieces that you could come up with, okay? Creativity has absolutely no limits, guys. Especially when it comes to our junk journal world. I mean, pretty much nothing's off limits. But we're about out of time. I probably will put a little something else there or something else there. And I will put a staple right in the middle there, one staple there, and one staple there, and ink around the edges. But that is it, guys. Oh my goodness, I am in love. I hope you guys like the project today. Hope you guys give it a go. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you use it and what you do. I'd love to hear it. Okay. Oh my goodness, how cute. How cute. All right, guys, well, I'm signing off for today, about out of time. Thank you so much. I hope you like the project. Give it a try. Thumbs up, give me a comment. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. God bless.